One thing that I'd like to remind you is that it's okay to not be okay. Hey, welcome back, Wiki Hunters, to the Wiki Hunt Photography channel. Um, Today I want to talk to you a little bit about burning out in photography. To a point that you stop picking up your camera, to a point that it feels like a burden to take a photo, to a point that you just don't want to go out there and bring your camera and take photo anymore. Um, the reason why I want to talk to you about this was because I've just gone through all that. I think in the past good a month and a half or 2 months, I have this feeling where I don't want to go out there. I don't feel like shooting anymore. I don't feel driven. I don't feel happy going out there with my camera and shoot. And there's a few reasons for that. One of the reason was that I'm pretty. I have a lot of pressure with these uncertainties that coming due to COVID. If you've been following my Instagram, I was supposed to be back in Australia this November, but due to the isolation requirement and the ticket prices and the isolation prices, like it doesn't make sense for me to go back and just pay all that just to be back home. So. I am currently still here in Canadian Rockies in Canmore, and um, my working visa is running out in January, and I'm probably gonna extend on tourist visa. So there is a little bit uncertainties about what will happen between then. Will I be able to go back home? Will I get the tourist visa? Will I be able to find my fund my time here, living in the rest of my time here in Canada? Yeah, it's just so many questions, and I think one thing that I'd like to remind you is that it's okay to not be okay. During this time, I spend a lot of time to focus a little bit more on the business side of things, but at the same time, I give my time to heal. I There was a lot of times where I simply just relax a little bit, watch a little bit of Netflix, be lazy, like be a bum, um, you know, eat a lot of ice cream. It really helps. So I want to share with you the three things that I believe could help burnout and could help this notion of um, that take away the enjoyment of photography. So the first thing is that something that I got inspired from the podcast that I've been doing lately. Now, hopefully you guys have heard of it. If not, feel free to jump onto the podcast. It's very inspiring to hear this guest. And one of the things that I learned was that remember why you got into photography, and remember that first feeling of when you started photography and you're able to capture this unique photo, or the first photo of anything. Usually our first photo aren't that great. I remember when I first take photo of the stars with my GoPro. It wasn't even that great, but I could see a little bit of spots of stars. You can't really expect much when you take photo with the GoPro, especially this was back when it was like GoPro 4. But that excitement, just like, wow, I could see the stars in my photo. I was just so happy to be able to see that. And that is the biggest thing. Always remember your why. There is gonna be so many things coming your way. There is gonna be so many things that gonna try to beat this out of you. But if you remember that core purpose, that core thing that makes you happy when you play around with your photo, and when you capture when you take photos and play around with your cameras, then you have that reason, you have a thing that remember, and just remember that feeling, the good feeling that you get when you first capture that, that feeling. um, so um, the second thing is, just shoot. Like, honestly, don't give too much expectation and pressure. I was to a point where, sometimes or almost every time I shoot, I always think like, oh, okay, how do I make this incredible and wow and dramatic, and yeah, those photos are amazing, but sometimes it's just fun to observe and shoot what you see. Whatever catch your eyes, that's what photography is, right? You look at something that's beautiful, you look at someone who's doing something that is unique, that caught your eyes, right? Caught your eyes, why not capture it? Sure, it might not be published worthy, or it might not win award winning, but just do it for the fun of it, because um, I soon realized in this month and a half, but that that wasn't my whole purpose to start photography. So um, going back to that first question, right? But that being able to capture award-winning photos, or being able to capture a photo that can be published or sell, that is the byproduct of me having fun shooting out there. And actually, you could see, and you could see the translation of that having fun to your photo if you are having fun. So make sure, if you really got into this burnout, and you feel like it feels hard to go out there and shoot, just shoot. Like, take your photo out there, walk around the town. If you're in the city, if you're in the mountain, go out in the mountain, have a drive somewhere, go somewhere new, somewhere exciting, or not, but just shoot whatever it is, become that snap happy person again. All right, so the last one, don't judge yourself. We sometimes have so much expectations for ourselves that we forget the little achievement that we have accomplished. It's really, I have that feeling, and it's not good at all, because when I stop and I think about it, actually there is a lot of things, a lot of positive note on what I have done and what I've managed to achieve from whatever it is. But because my expectation was so high and I didn't get the expectation, everything's basically not good enough. So enjoy your journey. Don't focus on the final product all that much, too many times. Sometimes, yeah, you do need to kind of get there and get that product, especially if you have a project or whatnot. But at the end of the day, don't judge yourself. It's okay. It's okay that you're not taking all these crazy dramatic photos all the time. Like, it has nothing to do with your creativity. It's more, there is a process to this, right? So enjoy the hunt for those wicked photos, enjoy the process, and yeah. So hopefully all that could help you. I think a lot of times when you get a burnout, it's because photography become or feels like a chore, right? It feels like a burden. It shouldn't be a burden. It should be something that you enjoy. It should be something that is fun, that a getaway, right? That's what photography was for me. A getaway from the real world, where I could be in this little bubble with me and the camera, and whatever scene around me. So hopefully those three tips are helpful for you if you have the burnout at the moment. I know times are really hard, there is a lot of uncertainties, there is a lot of pressure, but going back to that last notion that I just said, don't judge yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to take photos that not all that great. All right, well, Wiki Hunters, thank you very much for your time. And if you do have a burnout, and you feel like you're in this hole that you can't get out with, feel free to shoot me a message. You could reach me on my Instagram, my Facebook, or even on my email. I'm not as great on my email, but yeah, feel free to reach me, and I would love to have a chat with you. I was just chatting with one of my followers the other day, and then he said that to me. It's like, yeah, I'm feeling like I'm burning out, and these are some of the advices that I gave him, and hopefully photography become more of a creative and a fun outlet instead of a burden. Well, thank you very much, and let me know in the comment below if that is helpful. And let me know in the comment below if you are in this stage right now. Like always, a pleasure to have you here. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on that little notification bell button. And hopefully, I'll see you guys next time.